If you are looking to build a $100,000 per year wholesaling real estate operation, it is a lot easier than you think. If you want to go out here and create a business that can make you over $10,000 a month, an actual operation, it's pretty simple. Guys, at 17 years old, I was able to create a business that was making me over $100,000 a year. I'll even say this again, and I know this sounds crazy, but I was making over $100,000 a year as a teenager before I graduated high school. Really think about this. Before I graduated high school, I was making $100,000 a year. And the reason why I was able to make $1,000 a year was I was able to create a business where I was able to get in front of motivated sellers who are looking to sell their property. That is what I did. And over the past 7 years after my first year making six figures, I started learning pretty dang quick. And I hate to say this without being a jerk, it's pretty dang easy to make money wholesaling. It's really easy. And I have shown more people how to do this than any other person in the history of wholesaling real estate. And what I want to do today is really break down exactly how you can go from making no money to six figures all the time. The thing is, you have so much more tools at your disposal now. Getting started wholesaling real estate, like I had like this many tools, now you have this much tools. The amount of tools that you have right now in 2025 to get your start in wholesaling real estate is literally insane. And I hate to say this without sounding pretentious, but it's really hard not to make a ton of money wholesaling if you put in the work, if you actually put your all. Like I'm not even saying like, oh, just work hard, brother. No, like I'm telling you, like if you put your all into this, you're going to succeed. It's not like if you say, oh man, if you put your all into basketball, you're going to be a Cleveland Cavalier. That ain't going to happen. I know people that have put their all into basketball and then, they, God forbid, they tear their ACL the fifth time and it's over, right? The thing about this is not the NBA. This is not where you make money with your body. You make money with your brain. And this business is so ripe for the taking. The thing about wholesaling real estate, and the thing why I'm so jacked up right now to tell you, is the barrier to entry, the floor of making six figures wholesaling has never been lower. There is so many more buyers, so many more sellers, and so many more ways to find wholesaling deals. Wholesaling has become so mainstream that is almost impossible if you try your hardest to get some wholesaling deals and within 6 months hit an operation where you're making 10 grand a month. It is so difficult not to. I have people that just post in my Discord, hey, who needs help JVs? They go to X Leads and dispo it, right? And they get 3 or 4 deals every single month. Like they're making 30, 40, 50 grand just saying, hey, who needs help with real estate? Like it is just the barrier to entry of success is so stupid low that if you want to become successful, you have everything. And I'm just going to tell you everything. Everything you need to know to become successful right here. So you have two options in two ways if you want to actually start building an operation that actually makes money, that actually makes you successful, that actually gets you deals. Pretty dang simple. You can do choice number one. I call this is like a newer method, but this is one that really, really works. I call it the JV, or what I call like the sensei method, right? This is the method where you find a successful wholesaler and you basically just become their pupil, right? Like, hey, you're making 60 grand a month. What are you doing and how are you? Let's split deals together and just teach me. Back in the old days when I got started wholesaling, cause I'm an old man, like 8 years ago, you had to pay a guy 10 grand. And when you gave him this 10 grand, he could care less how successful you were. He took your 10 grand. Well, obviously it'd be a good testimonial, but he could care less. Now the mentorship game has changed. Hey, let me teach you wholesaling. And when you get a deal, you send me a deal. We do the deal together. And when you make 40 grand, I make 20. If you make a $20,000 deal, I get half, you get half. And so when I teach you, I actually give you good information. I actually comp your properties for you to really help you and for you to learn. So you can actually become a successful wholesaler. And because when you succeed, I succeed, right? And this is the new method in wholesaling that's really gaining traction. And probably my favorite way, because guys, I've talked so much smack about these private mentorship things. Like you've heard it way enough. But this new JV method of just finding people, and like even in my Discord, I don't want to go like, oh, the guy's plugging his Discord. I do have a free wholesaling Discord called ZachDiscord.com, where there's guys and gals with green check marks that are making over $250,000 a year wholesaling that you can DM that win a JV and help you out and deal with you, right? Like it's hard not to succeed when you have, like, it's so crazy right now that you could go inside of anywhere. You go to my Instagram, my Discord, my Facebook group, anywhere. You can get in front of 8 or 9 guys and gals that are making hundreds and millions of dollars a year wholesaling real estate, and they will talk to you openly. Yeah, I learned from Zach and he's legit, and I make a ton of money and I'm here to make more money. That used to be a thing where you had to pay a stupid amount of 50 grand to be in a mastermind, right? But the craziest part about this is you're able to do this like right now. Like right now you can do this. And you're telling me, oh, wholesaling's hard. Wholesaling's difficult. Today was a tough day. Oh, guys, you have everything in your hands to become successful. Everything. You're just one relationship away of just knowing, hey, my name's Zach. Who are you? This is it. This is how we make money. This is how we get rich wholesaling. It drives me crazy that people just don't take advantage of this opportunity. Insane to me. It literally insane to me. Number 2, we can go solo, which is not a bad thing to do. A lot of people think, oh, Zach going solo, it's bad. No, being solo is fine. We just have to use our brain a little more, and it takes extreme self-accountability. Because when you do that JV method, if your sensei tells you to go make 1,000 cold calls, you don't talk to them until you make 1,000 cold calls. It's like the sensei saying, do 1,000 roundhouse kicks. You don't do 300 and cry about it. You do the 1,000. You don't cry about it. You just do it. The thing, you go solo. My rules for any of this, the rules for engagement here. Number 1, go off market. Do not be that guy that tries to do MLS wholesaling or on market wholesaling. Or let's just, my personal opinion, go off market. So many more deals. My methodology of this is find me, heck, I'm going crazy. I used to say 100, I'm doing 1,000. Find me 1,000 men and or women, 1,000 people that have made 100 grand or more wholesaling real estate. I can find you 1,000. If I had to, I could get a list of 1,000. Pretty simple. All right. Now find me 1,000 people who have made over 100 grand on market wholesaling with MLS agents. What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to have 50 on the MLS side and 1,000 on the wholesaling off market side. What do you extrapolate from that data set? It's just so much easier wholesaling MLS. No, it is not. I promise you, I've tried the MLS and I make money wholesaling MLS, but the vast majority of the success from newbies, middles, and successful wholesalers always go off market because that is what the buyers want. That is where the hot deals are. And that is where the $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 wholesaling deals. Like when I tell you, you can make $100,000 per year wholesaling operation. What I mean by this is you can make 2 $50,000 deals and then it's up. That is how insane these opportunities are for you right now. We had a guy with a $150,000 deal in the Discord and on the Facebook group, just posted it like a couple days ago. Like mind blowing. Find me an MLS guy doing this, right? Absolutely insane. So go off market is my number 1 thing I can tell you. Next here is do not get in the creative finance right now. Do not get on the MLS creative finance train. I think a lot of people get this. It's just my opinion. Do not be doing the creative financing. I, as a guy that loves lease options, that loves taking over properties subject to the existing mortgage, that loves owner financing, wraps, I eat up creative finance deals. I do not think a beginner or somebody who is just trying to breathe, okay, who's just trying to have enough money so he can pay the bills or take care of the family or just get rid of that job, right? There's levels to this game, right? And the first level is just surviving. You have a job. You're trying to take care of your kids. You're trying to survive and get out of this matrix, right? We call this escape the matrix, right? The first part about escaping the matrix is getting out of the matrix, which is just make 100 grand. Then we can get out of our job. We can start learning about other crazy creative finance things. Then we can go crazy, right? We're not supposed to be doing this right now, okay? Do not get in the whole subject to it's a distraction. It's just as bad as scrolling on TikTok, looking at cat videos or whatever you want to watch, right? It is a distraction from your goals. And if it is a distraction from your goals, it goes. That is it. Unless it's your girlfriend or your dog, any other distraction goes, okay? Do not get in this whole creative finance MLS thing. It is a complete distraction starting off. Starting out, complete distraction if you are just trying to make $100,000. All I could say. MLS, it's very tough for this to do. So I'm just FYI. Now, one thing I'm really big on is modeling success stories. It is really difficult to find someone who became super successful wholesaling, model their exact strategy in your market and not do well. So there are wholesalers that make a stupid amount of money wholesaling on the MLS. They make a lot of money doing it. And I promise you, if you emulate their entire strategy, their scripts, their objections, you will do well because you are plugging in an already successful system in a similar market. It'll work. The thing is, if you implement my exact systems in anywhere in the country, it'll work. And the thing is, just modeling a successful story will get you there. Now, I have been very public about my successful stories and I always tell you guys about them. And what you notice from that is people that copy me usually always do well, right? And so if you model my success stories, you're going to make a stupid amount of money. You are going to become successful. You are going to get rich wholesaling. But the problem is I see these men and women out here that they kind of model a little bit, but they take a little of this guy, they take a little of what she's doing, and then they make their own little Frankenstein thing. Follow one recipe. That's another lesson I have to tell you if you want to make 100 grand wholesaling is follow the recipe. Because if I have grandma's apple pie, but I take some of my aunt's cherry pie recipe and I mix it with the chicken pot pie and I try to make it right? Follow the recipe, okay? A lot of Italian grandmothers have 17 different ways of how they make the ravioli. If you take a little bit from every grandma's recipe, it's gonna look disgusting. Follow one common recipe. That is one of the easiest ways to actually become successful. Follow one recipe. Now, model the success stories. For anyone that's becoming successful, copy my scripts. I tell everyone, copy them. Literally use them in your business. Now, do not sell a wholesaling course based on my scripts. I'm not getting into that right now. But I actually have people who copy my scripts word for word and then have private mentorship calls about that. I'm not even getting into that right now. But basically, you're allowed to copy my scripts to use in your business to become successful. And then if you go guru, we're gonna have a problem, right? But just copy my scripts word for word and you'll become successful. Guys, do not try to invent a new method of wholesaling. That is the worst possible thing you can do. So many people want to invent a new way of an inbound seller script, of a new cold calling script. This is not the move. The move is, Zach has done this for 8 years. Zach has put his entire life into this. And Zach has shown so many people, hundreds of thousands of students, how to become successful. Maybe his script actually, it's super simple, but maybe it's so simple because he explains it so simple that the sellers actually like it. And then they go with me over the guy with the super complicated long, I gotta talk to the financing department. Maybe Zach's stupid, simple script is simple for a reason because he's a pretty advanced wholesaler. There must be a reason why he's so simple. Maybe it's so simple, a VA can't mess it up, so you can scale it. Maybe it's so stupid simple that a beginner can't mix it up or sound bad when they're on their phones because it's so simple that anyone can just understand it, right? The thing is, if you copy my scripts, you are going to get my results. What I say is you copy guru scripts, you're going to get guru results. If you copy a winner script, you're going to get winner results. This is why I'm always up and these gurus are down. Come on, get out of here. One important thing I'll tell everyone too watching this is focus on 100 contacts, or if you want to get crazier, 100 conversations a week. If you're able to talk to 100 sellers of a government list or anything like that, you are going to succeed. You are going to do well. You will make money wholesaling. It's almost impossible for you not to make money wholesaling if you talk to 100 contacts a week. If you put 200 sticky notes out and 100 of them call you back, you are not going to lose. You are not going to struggle in wholesaling. You are never going to have a problem producing leads. You are always going to be doing wholesaling deals. You're always going to have appointments. You are never going to be, I don't have any leads. If you stick to that 100, you're not going to lose. That is just wholesaling 101. If you have the marketing right, if you get it all set up, you are not going to lose. But the problem is so many wholesalers lose because they don't want to adhere to that. They don't want to do the 100 conversations a week. They want to do 30 a week. They want to do 40. Then cry to me that I just can't get ahead, man. This is a rigged wholesaling game. No, it's rigged because you're a lazy bum, because you're not willing to work hard. Guys, the bar is low. I know people that are construction workers, that are nurses, that work at banks, that work at McDonald's. And I promise you, 40 hours a week of those jobs are way harder than 10 hours of cold calling. I know we like to cry about cold calling so hard. Cold calling, 10 hours of cold calling in your air conditioned room is not as difficult as going out here working in construction. Lifting drywall up 14 stories. Like, that's hard. What we do as wholesalers is not hard. You make it hard. Your brain says it's hard and you accept it. Your brain needs to completely callous. You got calloused hands when you work out. You got to callous your mind of what's tough. And 100 conversations is not tough. And if you're telling me right now to my face that 100 contacts is tough, you will always be broke. You are not going to get out of this matrix. You are going to stay there. So the bar has been set. What are you willing to do? Are you willing to go past the point where most people quit? 100 contacts a week is the precipice. It is the point where most wholesalers quit. They give up. They say, this is too much. That is the point. This is why we have to be at that level. Most people give up at that level. It's too much rejection for them. It's too much work. It's too difficult. I'm telling you, 100 conversations. You cannot lose if you have 5,200 sellers on a government list. If you are driving $4 and you get 100 of them to answer the phone every single week, that's 5,200 a year. 5,200 government lists from sellers on the phone. Not, I made 100 calls, but 100 people actually said hello. They're the owners. You will not struggle. That's not a lot of sellers. That's not. Let's do the math here, okay? That is not a lot of sellers. That is 14 a day. 14 a day for the rest of your dang life. Now, how do we reach them? How do we get in front of them? This is simple. Number one, cold call them. Oh, cold calling. Stop being scared to cold call. If you're scared to cold call, you're scared to make money. Stop being a baby. You're only scared of cold calling because you suck at cold calling. Why do you suck at cold calling? Because you don't do it enough. Why do you suck at running? Because you probably don't run enough. I don't know many marathon runners that suck at running. I don't know many guys that run 10 miles a day that suck at running after 2 or 3 years. You only suck at it because you don't do it enough. That's the truth. You suck at football because you don't do any football, right? So I get fired up because people tell me, oh, cold calling's tough. Oh man, that's hard. It's hard because you're being a baby. It's hard because you're complaining. This is the thing that we have to get you out. I'm not getting in the mindset thing. This is just working. This is getting the stuff done. Make the calls or stay broke. Now, you might be virtually wholesaling. You might have tough schedules. People got full-time jobs. I get it. I would implore everybody to do some texting. And you can text for free using Google Voice. Google Voice is actually a free texting platform that you can text sellers. You do 5 an hour per line. So if you have like 3 lines, do 15 an hour. You get a lot done pretty dang quick doing it. So I'll tell everybody cold call, texting, and then what I also like is putting sticky notes out. I say the vast majority of beginners get their first wholesaling deal by just calling, texting, or putting sticky notes out. If you're willing to do those 3 things, you will not struggle. You will not fail. You will not have problems. But the problem is you start having problems when you start getting out of calling, texting, or sticky notes. What I mean by this, if you start, there are strategies to do well without that, but like once you start veering off of that, you start not doing well. Did I say SEO, PPC, PPL? No, get out of that funk. Okay, no Facebook ads. Those are the 3. Because you're starting out, you probably don't have the crazy money, right? You probably don't have that insane like tempo of going out here and making 10,000 calls, in a month, right? One thing I will tell you is those 3 things are the key to your success. And I've done a lot of studying. I've tried a lot of things out. These are the 3 ways. These are the ways you're going to start doing wholesaling deals. If you want to get a start and you actually want to start creating an empire of your dreams, actually start living a life that you deserve, these are the reasons. This is the way. This is the path. And these are the 3 ways to do it. The vast majority of successful people starting out get it from that. And I know a lot of people that try a lot of different things, but your deal is going to be doing outreach or getting an inbound sticky note. That's how it works. Now, you have 2 choices when it comes to data. You either pay for the data. So data is a resource. It is by far the most important part of your marketing. If you do not have the data, you're not going to succeed. And if you don't have the volume, you're not going to succeed either. But a lot of people have bad data. What I can say, there's 2 payment methods of data. You pay with your time or you pay with your money. This is how data is. Now, data is the list and or data is the skip tracing, right? So either you get their skip tracing right and or the list right. And if you got your channels wrong, you're screwed too. But the vast majority of you guys that are complete beginner are going to pay with time. Now, if you have a list, the Drawing for Dollars list, you got to get their phone number. How do you get their phone number? Well, there's 2 amazing websites that are absolutely for free. They are number 1, truepeoplesearch.com, the word true, the word people, and the word search.com, truepeoplesearch.com. And then there's another website called cyberbackgroundchecks.com. And those are 2 amazing websites to find anybody's phone number for free. Doesn't cost a cent to do, and boom, you're good to go. If you have a lead, you can go do there. You can do it from there. Now, the problem is once you have 500 or 1,000 of those, that's probably going to take you 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, sometimes 100 hours to go get their phone numbers. It's very time intensive because you got to put the address in, copy it, put it in a spreadsheet, and then copy, paste, and then you got to put in a dialer, and then you got to go through that. And then it's very time consuming. But if you have no money, you can pay time, right? You can get the data by paying your time. Now, if you do not have much time or you don't want to spend all your time, you rather use that time for marketing and to increase your success, you can pay for data with money. For example, I own a company, it's called XLeads. XLeads provides free unlimited skip tracing. It has a integrated Google Voice dialer. I think you can download up to 15,000 skip trace records on our $49 a month plan. At the $159 plan, that's the dispo, you get like 25,000. It goes all the way up to 60,000, right? But for 49 bucks a month, you get an integrated Google Voice dialer. You have access to our Ninja mode. You get the e-signing. I'm not getting the whole thing, but like XLeads is basically half the price of every wholesaling software you found on the internet because every wholesaling software has affiliate agreements for 50%. I don't have an affiliate agreement, so I am able to just have the same margins as these companies. I just don't pay an affiliate. It's 49 bucks a month. The average software is $99 a month. So I don't pay a 50% affiliate. So it's 49 bucks a month. That's why XLeads is so cool. It's got free unlimited skip tracing. What more can I say? But yeah, check it out, xleads.com. But you can pay for the data at XLeads $49 a month, and then boom, you're good to go, right? But like, you just choose. You pay for time or money. That's pretty much it. Now, I'm just telling you, you have to skip trace the records, right? Like, you're gonna have to skip trace the records. So that's the best way I'd tell anyone to do it. Either pay for the data with your time or your money. One thing I will tell you is if you have no money, find a guy that has X leads. Say, hey, can you skip trace this list in X leads for me? Some guys have 60,000 skip trace records a month. They can't do that much because I'm the free unlimited skip tracing guy, right? So it's like, whoa, I have 40,000 left over. Let me help you and we can JV. Perfect. Do that. I don't care if you spend money, don't make any money, right? X leads is already probably top 6 by users right now. I know it's definitely top 5 by users of any wholesaling software. It's probably be number 1, probably the next 2 or 3 years, maybe a year. Depends how much people sign up for X leads, but mostly everyone's canceling their old software is going to X leads, but it doesn't matter. The one thing I could tell you is whatever, if you pay for software, if you don't, you have to commit. And that's the thing I tell everybody. If you want to commit to becoming a millionaire wholesaling, you have to make that decision before you actually become the millionaire. If you want to make 100 grand wholesaling, you have to commit to yourself that you are going to make 100 grand wholesaling. The man that believes he will do it and the man that believes he can't do it are both correct. What I mean by this is if you believe you can't do something, you are correct. You will not do it. If you believe it can be done, you will do it. Because you believed in yourself. Think about a fight. If you were in a fist fight, if you believe you can knock the guy out, you have a higher chance of beating the guy than if you believe you can't knock the guy out. This might be Zach's bro science of the day, but it's completely true because you have this little thing called confidence. The definition of confidence is a belief in the words you say and the actions you do. And when you actually believe in your soul, when you talk to a motivated seller that my name is Zach, I'm looking to buy your house and me and my partner, we will, or we can purchase your property for cash. When you actually believe in that stuff, you don't stutter, you don't say, or but, you actually say it with complete conviction, complete belief in your heart and soul that you can buy the guy's house. And how is a seller going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? That's probably the most important thing I could get anyone today. Your seller's not going to believe in you if you do not believe in yourself. So first and foremost, believe in yourself, commit to the plan. If you do not commit to the plan, you are not going to conquer. The best way I can describe this is if you look at a hero, everyone loves Superman. They love Batman. They love Spider-Man. When Spider-Man goes against the Green Goblin, do you think he has committed to himself that he is going to defeat the villain? Or he thinks, I hope I can beat him. Oh, if Batman says he hopes he can beat the Joker or Bane, it's done. He has to believe and make a commitment that he's going to protect his loved ones and protect the good people of Gotham. And if he doesn't commit to it, it ain't happening. Woo! Drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. You have to commit to yourself. Be a hero in your own dang story and you'll start becoming successful. You also must trust the process, and I swear to you, follow the process. I have a process. It is at freewholesaling.com. That is my free real estate wholesaling course. The word free, the word wholesaling.com. Freewholesaling.com. That is my free wholesaling real estate course where I teach you how to wholesale real estate step by step, absolutely for free. It's like this YouTube channel, except it is organized very, very well. So you can learn, download contracts, things like that in my free course called freewholesaling.com. We also have to have a couple beliefs in our mind. Number 1, your life is in your control. And there's a lot of young people watching this, so I want to be very careful with my words. Just kidding. But what I mean by this is your mom might not say this to you. Your dad, your friends have maybe never told you this. Your teachers definitely never told you this, but I will tell you this. I have to be the dad in the room. Your life is completely in your control. What has happened in your past is a direct correlation in your actions and thoughts of you in the past. Your future success or whatever is going to happen in your future is a direct correlation of your thoughts now and your actions you're going to take right now that is going to propel you in the future. Your income a year from now in the future is directly correlated to what you start doing right now in the next week. What you start doing is directly correlated to your future success. So you must believe you actually have control of your life. It is insane to me, but there are men and women that actually believe life is not in their control. They do not have any control in their destiny. They have no control of what is going to happen to them in their future. And those men and women let life just fly them by their bootstraps and just say, whatever happens, happens, bro. No. I refuse to be broke. I refuse to live the same dang life. I refuse to suffer anymore. I refuse to work that job. I refuse all of this. And I embrace a life that is not going to be easy starting out, but a life that is worth living and a life that I can be proud of. I can puff up my chest and say, I actually did it. I actually became successful. You must start thinking like that. Giving up is not an option. I can tell everybody watching this. You're watching this because you know for a fact you are not going to give up. You know that giving up is not an option on the table. When you get into wholesaling knowing that there's no option but success, you are going to start doing deals. Guys, being weak is a choice. It's not a must. And when I call you weak, there is a dang reason I call you weak. You say wholesaling's tough. It is tough. Now, when you start, I can't wholesale because it's just too difficult for me. That's being weak. And being weak is you're not weak because of life. You're weak because it's your choice to be weak. You can be extremely strong in very difficult circumstances. And how you take those struggles and those issues in life determines if you're being weak or strong. Guys, I truly believe in my heart that you are alive right now for a reason. I truly believe this in my heart. You are not alive to just wander around life, breathing oxygen, just existing. You are not put here, okay? The heavens and the earth weren't all put together with space rock and you're spinning on the sun. All this stuff is not happening because just for you to sit on your butt, eat potato chips, be fat, and play a video game. That is not why you are alive. There's a true purpose to this. You are alive to take care of your loved one. You are not alive to just exist. You are alive to go out here and make the most of your life. It is a disgrace to actually be alive, to have air in your lungs and not make the most of it. To just do what the average person does, just to live over the bare minimum, just to exist. We're not alive just to exist, guys. Some people live long lives, some people don't, but some people truly live long lives, but they don't really live. And what you want to do is actually live a life. And a life comes with struggle. A good life comes through pain. A good life comes from suffering and being a stronger man or woman because of those struggles and because you actually did something with your life. You are only remembered for the things you have done, not from just existing. We love a good, nice, kind person. What good, nice, kind person is remembered in history, remembered by your family members, but actually made changes? None of them. Only the ones that said, I am sick of what's going on right now and making a drastic change in their family's life or the world's life are remembered. The great men and women of history are remembered because they wanted change. And they are men and women of massive action. Now, there's these gurus that say, you must take lots of action to become successful. You could say that like a boring person, but I think you can say this. If you are alive, so you can actually go out here and take life by the horns and do it. Just go out here and make the money. Go out here and make the dang calls, get on the phones and become successful. There are so many wholesalers that come up to me and say, Zach, I don't know what I should do. Should I do this? Should I call? Should I text? Is this the right market? Just go out here and do it. This is what it's all about. Many men envy me. Many men hate on me. Many men, women usually never, many men have decided that they don't like me solely because I decided to make a positive change in my life. Because I wanted men and women to get out of the matrix. Because I wanted men and women to get rich and they are stuck being broke. This is the truth of why these people are hating me or envying me. Because they are mad that they never made the change. They're mad they're not hustlers. They're mad because they never made the choices. There are many sons and daughters out here that suffer. They suffer. They're hungry because their dads aren't hustlers. And a lot of people, there's tough situations. But the truth is, there are many sons and daughters out here that will suffer because their dads aren't hustlers. They decide to stay the mechanic. They decide to stay at the bank. That ain't you, okay? I will never let my children suffer because I'm an incompetent, lazy dad. That will never, ever be a thing. And I know for a fact you are watching this because you are not a lazy bum. You don't suffer. You are the person who's not going to let your future wife, husband, kids suffer because you're a lazy, incompetent bum. You are the person that has decided that you are going to make a change and actually start a dang business and get rich. It is never a bad thing to actually want to become rich and actually provide for your loved ones. That is never a bad thing. That is never, if anyone tells you that because they are broke and they want you to be just like them, sad, depressed, and broke, that is not you. You want to make a dang change. Guys, don't exist. Live or be forgotten. Don't be Uncle Zach that just between jobs all the time and he's just existing. He's just there. You already got family members that are just there. They're like, yeah, that's John. He just lives his life. He works his job. That's it. And he's sad all day. And he's got no kids. He's got no family. He just works. And then you got your Aunt Sarah that might run a business and they travel, they live, they have the family, they provide for their family. They have a great person. The dang truth is so many people just exist in life. So many people do it. And the rare ones that decide that they're sick of their surroundings, that actually open their eyes and say there's something better out here, they have to make that conscious, painful decision to suffer. And I'll leave you at this. Suffer or suffer. This is truly one of the most powerful statements I can tell anybody. But you are going to choose to stay broke and suffer the consequences of being broke. There are consequences to being broke. I think we all know this. Or you choose to suffer. Start the business. business, sleep less, work your butt off, suffer, not enjoying the weekends anymore. And then eventually the business runs, quit that other job, you live the life of your dreams. Both of these things, men and women, have suffering in them. They both suck. One sucks in the beginning and really fun at the end, and one's fun in the beginning and sucks in the middle and the end. You have to decide, do you want to suffer or suffer? Do you want to struggle or struggle? You must choose your struggle. You must choose your suffering. I could tell you, if you have lived a life, and I don't think I have lived the entire gamut of life. I'm 25. I've experienced quite a few things. One thing I can tell you is I haven't, and I think most people here haven't. You have not lived a life unscathed. You have probably had immense struggles and suffering in your life, from family, mental, stress, whatever you want to call it. We have all struggled in life. Do not give me a sob story of your problems. I promise you, we all have problems. Some people have worse problems than others. I completely understand this. But let me tell you that life is always going to be struggle. There's always going to be problems. It's always never going to be the right time to get into wholesaling. The only right time to get into wholesaling is now. This is, I'm going to wait till, no. You're not going to wait. You're going to do it now. You are going to get rich. You're going to become successful. It only takes 6 months. And it's all changed. Decide, suffer or suffer. The pain of regrets or the pain of starting the business. Choose. What are you going to do? Every dang time, I choose to get into wholesaling and start making a change. This is the time. This is it. This is your moment. Men and women only get 2 or 3 moments in their entire life where an opportunity arises for them to make the change. Most people say that because the opportunity is to give me 14 grand to pay me a course. No. The opportunity is real estate. The opportunity is wholesaling. I don't care if you even give me a dime. I don't care if you ever sign up for X Leads. I don't care if you ever send me a JV deal. I don't care. I just want you to stop suffering in your life. If you do this and get into wholesaling, your life will be changed. This is all I'm telling you right now. Get into wholesaling real estate, and this is it. Do it. All I can tell you.